But when we talk about skills and what a brother brings to the table, this dude ain't on KD's level. I don't want to hear that. He's not Kevin Durant.
Well,
Let's stop that right now.
The question was this version of Giannis. This version of Giannis hit 90% of his free throws.
Hold on, wait a minute. I know what the hell the question was. I'm answering it. I'm not you. I didn't dance and moonwalk
So you don't get it right?
rap. I'm answering the question directly. I don't give a damn what you saw last night. He's not better than Kevin Durant. What Giannis did last night definitely deserves to be applauded. But one of the biggest reasons we have to applaud him is because of what we saw was such an aberration for him as it pertains to the free throws is what I'm talking about. That ain't nothing for Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant shot 17 for 19 from the free throw line, we'd be like, damn, he missed 2 free throws. That's what we'd be like. We wouldn't think about the 17 he made. We think about the 2 he missed because he normally doesn't miss them. He's a career 85% plus shooter from the free throw line.
Right,
he's a career 28-point per game scorer. He's a sniper, long range, 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan. Giannis ain't that dude. Giannis is great. Giannis is a champion. He is somebody that has elevated himself to being one of the preeminent faces in the National Basketball Association. No question about that. I give you that. He's top 3. I even agree with you there. You want to go there? That's fine. But we need to talk about knocking guys like Kawhi or others off the pedestal. When we're talking about the best in the game of basketball, resumes do matter. It doesn't matter what just happened immediately because of the plethora of injuries you yourself pointed to, Max. We've got guys that have been injured and has been out, and we don't hold that against them. We don't use that as an excuse to knock them off the pedestal. We wouldn't be calling Giannis less than great if Giannis couldn't play in the NBA Finals because of that hyperextended right knee that he suffered. So we got to ultimately look at their resume and their skill set. And when it comes to skills, especially with those Beetlejuice eyes of yours, I keep telling you about that. The one man on this planet that does not need glasses is you. To sit up there and talk about him as the best in the world, I appreciate the fact that you just said he's top 3, but he's in the discussion. No, he ain't better than Kevin Durant.
Well,
let's pump those brakes.
Look, first of all, if we assume he's a 90% free throw shooter, I don't think we can assume that. But assuming what we saw last night is him, like if you can't put him on the line, if you can't put Giannis on the line as a strategy, good luck, because he has gotten better since the guy who won 2 MVPs under pressure. He can find the open man better than he ever could. He doesn't have to initiate the offense every time. But also you have to consider this. What he said at the podium last night when he hit, he says, I could have gone somewhere and joined a super team. I don't think he was talking about KD. Might have been talking about a teammate of KD. But it could apply to KD. He didn't go and chase the ring. He stayed right where he was. He got lucky that Brooklyn got hurt, but no one's beating a team with KD, Harden, and Kyrie all healthy. That's not on Giannis. That's just no one could do it. So he got a little, but he also got hurt, played through it, came back, played huge, hit his free throws, and didn't ring chase. It all adds up. Like, he doesn't have guard skills and perimeter skills that KD has. That's true, but he has other stuff that KD doesn't have in the paint. He is with KD and LeBron in the conversation.
I just think that America needs to know the only reason I'm having this conversation with you is because I'm obligated to do so because we're doing First Take. Because if you were somebody on the street that brought up the same argument, I'd walk the hell away from you and simply ignore you because it makes no sense. The fact of the matter is that the discussion about the validity or the authenticity of a particular championship is a separate subject. If you want to talk about one ring chasing compared to the other, that's a different discussion, and I concede that. I understand that. I'm talking talent. I'm talking watching the game of basketball and seeing what a brother does from a skilled position.
Then of course KD is more skilled.
He's not on KD's
Yeah, but
level.
there were more skilled players than Shaq,
too.
There were more skilled players than Shaq, but none of them were better than Shaq. So you call Shaq, for example, the most dominant. That's really a way of just saying he's the most effective. That's another way of saying he's the best. And KD has more skills. But you know what KD hasn't done? KD hasn't shown that he could take a team that's just in the mix, not a dominant team, and win a championship. Giannis just did. Giannis just did that.
Max, zip it, bro. because your argument goes right out the window because just days ago, you were getting on everybody talking about how lucky Milwaukee was because of the plethora of injuries. You literally said on the air that this championship you wouldn't attach an asterisk to it if you had to, but ultimately you pointed out how one injury after another got in the way to somewhat give fodder to the, wait a minute, I heard you, listen, you said those things. So what I'm trying to say is ignore all of that. Forget all of that for a second. Just focus on the skill. That's what this conversation is about.
But and sometimes the more skilled player's not as good.
No. What happens is you change the narrative and you change the subject for your liking. I don't particularly have any interest in that discussion. I'm talking from a basketball skilled perspective.
That's your
Giannis
definition.
is phenomenal. He is great, but he ain't Kevin Durant.
Right. So if we have this debate, if we have this debate according to your definition of what best means, which incidentally is incorrect, then of course you're going to win the debate. But the most skilled player is not always the best player. For example, there were many more skilled players than Joe. No, you time out.
First take is on the television. Look at the bottom line. Giannis, the best player on the planet. That was the question.
Was the best player.
I answered the question.
Shaq was the best player on the planet, even when he wasn't the most skilled, because he was most physically dominant. You and I agree. If you make me order them right now, I would say LeBron, KD, Giannis. But I can't prove that. Giannis is right there with them. And best means the most effective. And the most skilled player is not the most effective if someone else can impose their physical will.
So Max Kellerman is on national television telling people what the definition of best is. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.